Okay, right. Good morning, all of you. Yes, can you hear my voice? Right? Can you hear my voice? Right? Okay. So in the last workshop, previous class, we have been we have seen how to create window and how to set the size of the window like that, right? Okay, right. So we'll try to see other widgets. Okay, we'll try to see other widgets of this Qt5. So what are that other widgets is? Now we'll try to see how to create a label and how to change the properties of a label. Okay, how to create a label, how to change the property of label like that. Okay, text field like that. We'll try to see all those components, right? Okay, so first we'll start with the label. Okay, first we'll start with the label. Okay, first we'll start with the label. So I prepared some notes on this. So first we'll start with the label. Now that is PyQt label widget. Okay. Okay. So generally label widget hold text or image. Generally label. So what is exactly here label is? Okay. In application development, that label is display item. Label is used for displaying. If you want to display, suppose you are developing a login. Okay. So where in login, what you do it, you try to write like this username and you try to write what password, right? So what is this username password? How can I display this username password, or how can I place this username password? I can place this username and password using label. So these two are called as what here? Labels. So this username is one label and password is what? Another label. But where you input, label is not input. You cannot input inside the label, but you can input inside one text field. Okay. This is text box, right? So within the text box, you can input it, but within the label, you cannot input it. Okay. So label is only for display item, but not for input. Okay. Yes. But this is where you can give some input. Okay, here you can give what? Input. Okay, but you can represent this here. You can label can have the text, or label can have what? Image also. Label can have two things. One is a label can have a text and only for display. Label is only for display, right? Label is only for display, right? So you can display either text or you can display either image. Suppose in the place of assume that in the place of username I want to display image, like like image I want to display here. In the place of username label, I want to display the image like this. So label can hold image also. Label can hold what here? Image also. Okay, so it is for display purpose. Then how can I create a label? You can create a label by using, yes, Deepak, what is your problem? Okay, label. You can use Q label. Okay, how can I create a label for that? You are using Q label. Q label is a class. Q label is what here? Class. Now using this Q label, you can represent label. Using this Q label, okay, you can represent what? Label. Okay. Now I've just written one simple example of this Q label. So here I try to create with two labels. One label is with the text and one label is with the image. Okay. One label is with the text, one label is with the image. Anyway, first you should import sys module, and from PyQt5 you should import Qt widgets and Qt GUI. Okay. Yes, here. Why Qt GUI is this Qt GUI, okay, it is having one method called representing a image. Okay, so first you should develop or you should create a Q application. Now you are trying to say Qt widgets dot Q application. Okay, then after that next step is you should create a window. Okay, but actually if you want to create a window, you are using Q window, right? But even you can create a window, even you can create a window by saying Q widgets dot Q widget. Okay, now this Q widget also used for creating a window. This is called as a root. This is called as which one? Root. Now, so this window example represents what here? Window. This window example represents what here? Window, right? So in the previous example, we created window. How we created window? By saying Q main window. Okay, but even you can create a main window or root window by using what? Q widget. By using what here? Q widget. Now this will create a window. Q widget. This will create what here? Window, right? Then, so my window is represented. Now within this window, I should place what? Label. Within this window. Now this is window, right? This is creating window. Inside this window, I should place the label. Okay, see here. Label A. I created how many labels here? Two labels. One is label A and one more is what? Label B. And I said Q widgets dot. Okay, I create a label by using Q label. But where you are placing this label? Within window. So what is the root for this Q label? Which one is the root? Window. Okay, for Q label, for label A, which one is a, okay, label A is the name of the label object. Label A is the name of the label object. Okay. Then I said label B. I try to create two labels here, but where these labels are placed in window, where these labels are placed in window, say Q label, where it is placed, this is a root. What is the root here? Window example. And Q label, and this is also placed in what? Window. What is the name of this window? Window example. Okay, but these labels are created without any text. These labels are created without any text. If you want to create with a text, you try to use, if you want to assign a text, you are trying to use what? Set text. If you want to assign the text, you are using what here? Set text. And it followed by, this is some label example. What is the text of the label A? Label example. But label B, I want to use it for displaying image. Okay. Label B, I'm using it for displaying image. So for that, So set text is for assigning a text, and set pixel map. Okay, so set pixel map. This is a method to set the image. Okay, for that you are using Qt GUI. In that there is one function called Q pixel map, and you should map which one here, image. So python.jpg, this image already I placed in my working folders here. I already placed this in my working folders here. In this, I placed this folder, this one. See here. Already I placed here python.jpg. I placed this in my working folder. This is my working project directory, right? In this, you should place this JPG. Okay. So see here, this is the image which I saved already here. Okay. Yes. And after that I need to set a title for the window. Okay, so window example dot set window title, some label example. Okay, and I need to set the geometry like x position, y position, and width, and this is what here, height. Okay, then where you want to display the label within the window. Okay, I want to display the label within a window at 100 is a x and 40 is a y. Okay, and label B, I want to display 120 is a x and 120 is what here, y. Okay, so move is a method of label which you can use it to represent the position of the label. This is x position, this is y position. Okay, this is x position and this is a y position, where within the window, because what is the root for this q label, where you are displaying this q label, in the window. Okay, now this is creating window here. This is creating window, and within the window I try to place how many labels, two labels, that is label A, and one more is what, label B. One is label A and one more is what, label B. But label A is with the text and label B is with the image. Label A is with the text, but label B is with what, image. Fine, right. Then after that I should display the window, but it just shows the window and disappear. Then I want it should be in a loop. Then I'm saying sys dot or application dot execute, application dot execute. Okay, yes. Okay, then I call the basic window. This is calling the basic window, right? So I'm just executing this program. Yes, here I just execute this program. So place image in the working directory. Okay, your current working directory. So GUI test some for something like that. Okay, and I place this code here. Okay, now you can see I'll try to execute this. Okay, fine. I'll try to execute this. Run. Okay, now you can see this is a label. Yeah, this is a label with the text, and this is a label with what, image. This label is with the text, but this label is with what, image, right? Okay, so one label is with the text, the other label is with what, image. So label can have a text, label can have a text, label can have what, image, right? Okay, so this is a simple example for creating labels. Okay, simple example for creating a label. Okay, so how many labels I created here? Two labels. But how you create a label? By using Q label. Okay, Q label. How you create a label? By using Q label, which is available in Q widgets, is a module. Q widgets is a module, and within this module there is a class called Q label. Okay, okay, yes. I think this is clear. This example is clear. Okay, so if you want to place the label, how you place the label? By defining move. position. This is X position and this is a Y position. If I want, I can give, okay, same X position is same, but I change which position? Y position. Okay, I'll try to execute again. Okay, yes, now X position is same here. See, X is the same. X is the same, but Y is different, right? So what is a Y? This is 40 and this is what here? 140. Okay, so X position is same, X is the same, but Y we are changing it. This is X and this is Y, right? X position is same, but Y, X position is same, but Y we are changing it. Okay, so I'll try to give the width as a 400 now. I try to give the width as a 400. Now when you run this, height is 400. Now I'll try to change the width also. Okay, width also I'll give some 400 so that you don't require to change it, right? Okay, now change the both. This is label and this is label. Then how can I increase the font? I want to increase the font. I want to change the color. Okay, I want to increase the font or I want to change what here? Color. How can I change the properties of the label? How can I change the properties of the label, right? Okay, then for that, now this is the next example. Yes, yes. So label set font, okay? Q label set font, okay? So if you want to change the font, okay? So this is very easy when it comes to PyQt, okay? So after creating a label here, I created again two labels. Again, I created two labels, that is label A and one more is what? Label B. But where I created labels within the window, see here, I created label within the window. But how you create a window? By using Q widget. This is creating window. Okay, this is creating what here? Window. Okay, or you can use Q window. It is also used for creating window. So this is a root of Q application or Qt application. Okay, creating window. And inside this window, I place how many labels here? Two labels. That is label A and label B. Where you place these labels within the window. This is nothing but root. This is nothing but root. Okay. So this is nothing but creating Q label. Okay, creating Q label within what? Window. Creating Q label within window. This is also root. That is nothing but root. So this is also creating Q label. Okay, what is this? Within window. After that, so label A text is given like Times font. I want to give Times Roman font. Okay, Arial or Times Roman font or anything. By default is the font is Times. Okay. What is the default font for this label A? Default is a Times. I'm setting it. Okay, label A set font. Okay, qtgui dot q font. Okay, so qtgui dot q font. Okay, so font represent the name Times and size is what? 12, and I'm saying qtgui dot q font dot, what is that here? Bold. Okay, so label A, what is the font set here? Times New Roman or Times. Okay, but label B, I set which font? Arial font. But how I set the font? By using set font. And set font, it followed by font object. Okay, but where you find the font object? Within Qt GUI. And the font object required what? Font name. Font object requires what? Font name and font size and type, like bold, italic, black. All these are what? Different properties. Okay. Then after that, see set font. Set font required which object? Font object. How you are creating a font object? By using Q font. where this Q font is available in, okay, where this Q font is available in, Q font is available in Qt GUI. Okay, you are creating Q font object, giving font name. What is the font name? Times. Okay, what is the font size? 12. What is the font type? Type or format, you can call it as like bold, italic, and other things, which are called as style. Generally you call it as style, bold, italic, okay, subscript, superscript, all these are what here? Styles. Okay, styles, all these are what here? Styles. So that style, you can define it. So first one is a name, second one is a size, and third one is what? Style. Okay, you can say that. After that, I set the window title. What is the window title here? Okay, yes, this is a window title label example. Vamshi, Kiran, are you created one more project, new project or existing only? You attended yesterday's last class? Why you last class you attended? Last class? Then why you created new project? Because you try to install the PyQt in which project? Are you installed? Are you installed PyQt in new project? Are you installed PyQt in new project? No, no. Then how can you use here? How can you use? So for every project, you need to add the dependencies. For every project, you should add the dependencies. Don't create a new project. Already you created project, right? Within that, already added dependencies. Dependencies are here, libraries. Already we added by using pip, right? We already added by using pip. So why new project? If it is a new project, again you should add it. Okay. If it is a new project, right? Again you should add it. Okay. Not import, install. First install, then import. First install, then import. Why? Again, every project, why you? Because every project you develop require the dependencies. This is dependency, right? This is one dependency. So that dependencies has to be installed first. Okay, until unless you don't install it, it will not do anything. Existing project, go to file. If you say open recent, it will show you here, right? Open recent means here it will show you the recent projects what you created. Now whichever project you want, just open that. Okay, fine. Yes. Now this is changing the font. So I just set the window title, that is label example, and then I set the size of the windows here. This is a size of this is X and Y position of window, and this is width, and this is what here height, and where you want to place these labels. See here, this is a place. X position is 100, Y position is 100. Okay, 40 is a Y position, 120 is a Y position. Yes, this is a simple example for changing the font. Changing the font. Okay, this is for changing the font. Okay, this is for changing the font. Yes, this is for changing font. Okay, I'll try to Qt GUI is not imported. modules should be imported here. I'll try to import from previous one. Okay, right? Yes. I'll try to execute it. Now you can see this is a Times font, and this is what here? Arial font. Okay, this is a Times font, and this is what here? Arial font. This is changing the font. Okay, changing the font, you can see. Okay, but for that you should use one method called set font. If you want to change the font, for that you should use one method called set font. But how you represent the font? By using font object. Okay, that font object requires the name of the font and size of the font and style of the font. Okay, yes. Okay, now I think you understood this. But Q font is a object available in Qt module. Qt module. Okay, right. Okay, now we change the font. We created label with the text and image. First example is that we created label with the text and image. Now second example is we created label by changing font size, font name, font style. Now I want to change the color. Now what I want to do, I want to change the color. I want to change it. Okay, color I want to change it. So this Qt GUI provide changing color, like what you do, like you can change it like CSS kind of things, like you can define a style. Okay, you can define a style like in CSS you find cascading style sheets, you define the styles, in the same way you can define a style here also. You can define the style by defining color, font, everything you can represent it as one style. So next example, what I'm telling you is how to change the font color and other things, alignments and other things also. Okay. So this is, I think, alignment. Okay, we'll see colors. Okay, color also, we'll see color, right? No. So here you can define the color also. Yes. But here I change the, yeah, okay, no problem. We'll see the color also. Okay, now in this example, alignment, okay. This example is for alignment, label alignment. So I try to create 3 labels. That is label which is displayed at the left. Content, what I'm talking about is content of the label. You want the content of the label should be left align or right align or middle align, where you want to align the content of the label. Content of the label alignment. So that is left or center or right. Okay. So here 3 labels are created. First label name is label left. Second label name is label right. Okay. Third label is label center. 3 labels I created. Then what do you want to, now this is a text which is there in the label, left align, right align, center align. But when the alignment is done, when okay, you define the width of that label, right? So here, okay, set the title for the window, and then window example set geometry. So here width is given, every label width is given, every label width is given. So here every label width is given. This is width of the label 1, assume that. This is a width of the label 2, and this is the width of the label 3. Okay, so width is, this is the width of the label. Within this you are displaying the text equivalent width, but you are displaying the text at the right side, okay, or at the left side or in the middle. So this is right align, and this is left align, and this is a middle align. But until unless you don't define the width, you cannot see the alignment. Okay, because the width of the label is taken based on the text. Okay, so width is adjusted automatically. Width is adjusted what? Automatically. Okay, because we have not given width. If you don't give the width is taken based on the text. The width is taken based on what? Text. Okay, but once you give the width, that is fixed width. This will not change, right? So within this width, whether you want text should be at the right side, whether text should be at the left side, or whether you want the text in the middle. Okay, so that is called left align, right align, and center aligned. Okay, left align, right align, and center. Okay, center align, right? Yeah, is it clear? Now without defining a width, you cannot do it. Without defining the width, you cannot do it. Okay, yes. So this is how you do the alignment. Okay, okay, how you do the alignment. So width is given here. Now if you see this example, I've given the width. After defining the width, you should define where to display this, but before that, see here, this is the positions where you are displaying it. Okay, and before that you should define the style, like whether it is left align or center align or what it exactly. So I said alignment can be done by writing these three statements. See here, set alignment. Okay, set alignment qt core dot qt dot align left, qt core dot qt dot align right. Qt core is a module, and within that qt is a class, and this is a variable attribute. This is what here? Attribute. This is attribute, right? Okay, right? This is called as what? Attributes. Align left is one attribute. Align right is one attribute. Okay, align left is one attribute. Align right is one attribute. Align center is one attribute. Qt core is a module. Qt core is a module. Qt core is a module, right? You should import Qt core module also. Okay, and even you can define the style. Style means what? Suppose you want rounded corners. Okay, label you want to have a border. Label you want to have what? Border. So you can define label left dot set style sheet. Now style sheet is similar to yes, borders also you define. See, border radius 25 pixels. Border, okay, 25 pixels. Okay, and even you can define solid black, and if you want dotted you can define dotted. Okay, so this is what your style sheet, like what you do in CSS. This is style sheet, what you do in what? CSS. In the same thing you can define here, the same thing you can define here, right? The way how you do in CSS, the same thing you can define here. Border radius, okay, border also you can define. But how you define that? By using set style sheet. Okay, like CSS, like CSS, like CSS. Okay, right. Yeah, I think you are getting this. Okay, 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 right, fine. So you can set the color also. Okay, you can set the color also. I'll tell you one more example of this. You can set the color also. Okay, yes. How can you set the color here? Okay, So you can use set style sheet only, but you should define what you want it. You want to set the color, right? So if you want to set the background color, you'll try to use background color. You'll use what? Background color. Okay. You can use what? Background color and just define the color. Okay. Use the background color and just define the color. Okay. Yes. I'll tell you that also, but first we'll complete this one and then we'll see how to set the color also. In this example only, we'll do the changes and we'll set the color also. Okay. Background color, foreground color, background color also you can set, right? What is Supriya? What is the problem? Installation is not done. Huh? So what is the problem installing? Yes. What is the problem? What is the problem? Yeah, you can see the border is there and this is left align, this is right align and this is center. Okay. So what is the problem when I install PyQt5? It shows failing building wheel for no idea. No idea. Supriya, I don't know that error why you are getting. Now this is the alignment, right? This is changing the alignment. Suppose if you want to change the background color, what you can do it is you can simply, okay, what you can do is you can simply write in set style. So we have taken border, right? Okay, we have taken border. So border radius and border taken, right? Like that. I'll take one more property. Here. That is background color. Okay, that is what here? Background color. So background color. I'll take here background. Background color. So background color, I just define the color here. So what is the background color? I want it some yellow. I'll take the background color as what? Yellow, right? So I set the background color only for which one? First text, first label. I can see the background color. Okay, so left align. What is the background color is given or not? Yes. So this is changing the background color. So I just set the background color for all. Okay. That is background color changing, right? Yes. What is the problem? Okay, fine. Okay. Now, if you want to change the background color for all the things, you can change it by saying background color. Say, take this one, background color, and I take this background color as a some pink, right? Then again background color. Okay, I just take this one as a cyan, right? So these are different background colors I've taken for all the labels. Okay, I can see this is a background color for the label 1, label 2, and what? Label 3. What, Sunil? What, Sunil? Already I said that. In the last class you have not attended, Sunil. Last class. Then in the last class we have seen the differences between PyQt5 and Kinter. Okay. Okay, now this is changing the background colors, right? Changing the background color. Okay, this is how you change the background color. So just giving some yellow, pink, and one more is what? Cyan, right? Okay, right. So then, so I want to change the text color. I want to change the text color. Okay. Then how can I change the set text color? Okay, background color we changed it. But even I want to change the text color. Okay. So how can I change the text color? How can I give font color? Okay, can I give the font color? 4 color. Hmm? 4 color, foreground color, background color, foreground color. Okay. Can I change it by saying foreground color? Okay. Okay, suppose I'm just writing here. Okay, text color, text color. Okay, how can I change that? Suppose I'm writing here, I separated this. I think there is a color, colon, I just given red color. Okay, I've just given the color as what? Red color. I just run this. So color is what now? Red. Okay. So what you're using here? Color. Okay, color is, I just give the color as a blue. Okay. Then color, which is for changing foreground color. Okay. This color, I have given it as what? Green. Right. You can see the colors here. Color, colon. So I've given equal here, but I should give what here? Colon. Color is a colon green, colon red, and colon green. Okay, you can see the left alignment, right alignment, and what? Center alignment. So if you want to change the colors, you can do that by using style sheet. Okay, you can represent style sheet, right? So you can define the background color and foreground color and everything, right? Okay, yes, fine. Okay, yes, this is changing the colors, changing the style of the label. Okay, fine. This is about label. The next one is, so we know how to create a label, how to change the color of the label, how to change the color of the label, how to change the color of the label, and all the things, right? Okay. Yes. Then next, we'll try to see a button. Okay. So we'll try to see button. Now when I click on the button or button, so generally button is used to perform some operations, right? Button is used to perform certain operations. Fine. So button is used to perform some operations. So yeah, this is a program. I copy this. So I'll send these programs from 4 onwards. This is the 4th program. Okay. This is the 5th program. This is the 6th program. It's a continuation of that. Okay. Because window size is restricted here. Okay, it's a continuation of that. Okay, right? So then how can I input? So how can I input the data? See, if you want to input the data, you have a queue edit line. Okay, you have a queue edit line. Okay. Okay, right? Now you have a queue edit line. So if you want to create a field where you want to input some data, okay, you can use queue line edit. Okay, you can use what your queue line edit. Okay, queue line edit. So there is what here queue line edit. Now using queue line edit, what you can do is you can input the data. If you want to input the data, you can input the data using queue line edit. You can input the data using queue line edit. Okay, queue line edit. For example, yes, queue line edit is a widget. This we are using it to input the data. Okay, queue line edit. This you are using to input the data. I'm just writing example on this. For example, then we'll see how to handle the events. Then we'll see how to handle the events. For example, I want to develop like this, where I want to enter something like, okay, something like, I just wanted to enter some roll number. Okay, roll number is a label, and this is line edit. Okay, and then there is another one which is called as a name, and this is again called as which one, line edit. So I want to do like this. First, what I need to do, I need to create a window. Yeah, I need to write this because I have not developed this application. So what I'm doing is I'm trying to create GUI test some 7. Okay, then first thing is same. Okay, import. So up to this here it is the same. Creating window, up to this it is same. Okay, now we need to even now we need to create labels. First, what you need to do, you need to create a labels. Okay, label 1, sorry. So I'm just creating a labels. So label 1. Okay, so what is this label? Roll number label equal to qt widgets dot, okay, q label. Okay, qt widgets dot q label, where you are creating this window example, right? Okay, so this is a name label. Okay, qt widgets dot q label. Okay, so this is also window example. Okay, then roll number label dot set text. Okay, set text. What is the text here? Roll number. Okay, roll number name label dot set text. What is the text here? Okay, what is the text here? Name. So I try to set both. I try to set the roll number. I try to set the roll number. I try to set what here? Name. I set both the things, roll number as well as what? Name. Okay, yes. After that, I want to set the font also. I want to set the font also for roll number and yes. Then I take this both I'll copy here. Okay, this is to change the font. So this is for roll number label. Okay, roll number label dot set font. And the next one is name label. Okay, so for name label also I set the font. Okay, both I've given the same font, like 12 is the size. I'll give 14 here. Okay, is the size. Okay, fine. After that, next what? I need to create a line edit. Okay, I need to create a Q line edit. Q line edit. Okay, so roll number text, roll number text equal to qt widgets dot, okay, q line edit. Okay, q line edit. Okay, now where you're creating this in window example. Okay, where you're placing this in window example, which is root window. Okay, so name text q qt widget dot q line edit, and where you are placing this in window example. I try to place in what? Window example. What is window example here? Window. So I'm trying to place in the window. This is nothing but what here? Root. This is nothing but what here? Root. Suppose if you want to set the font for this also, roll number text dot, you want to set what? You want to set what? Font. You can set the font. Okay, font, I want the same font here. Then I'll just copy this one. Okay, so I just copy here and set font. I set the font for text also. Color also you can define it. Name text dot set font. Okay, set font. Then I try to define the font for this also. Okay, yes, fine. Then after this, okay, set the font. After this, what you need to do, you need to define the window size, window example dot geometry. I should define the x position, sorry, I should define the x position, y position. So this is the width and this is what here, height. Okay, width and height also given. And after that I should define label, name label, roll number label dot move, roll number label dot move where you want it. Suppose 100 is x and 100 is y. Okay, then roll number text. Okay, dot move, I just write here x. I should change the x. Okay, 120 is a 120 or 130 is a, sorry, x, and 100 is a y. Y is the same, but I change only x. Okay, then name label name label dot move. Okay, I just give 130, sorry, okay, 100 is x, okay, 100 is x and 130 is a y. Fine. Then name text dot move. Okay, I need to define okay, 130 is a x again, 130 is what here, y. Okay, so then window example dot title, set a title, window title. Okay, so window title, input example, right? Then call this function here, that is basic window. What is the function here? Basic window. I call the function basic window. So this basic window function is called. Okay. So just we should show the window. Window example dot show. Okay, window example dot show. Okay, window example dot show, and this is dot. Okay, okay, show the window and then execute. Qt application dot execute. What is your application name? App dot execute. Okay, right. Then I try to run this. Some error is there here. Set geometry. So we should change these positions here because it is overlapped, right? We'll change this X positions here. We'll just move some 50 will give this X positions for this labels. So it is overlapped, right? Okay, run. You can see this is roll number and this is what here, name. Okay, so I try to input roll number and name. After that, we need to perform some. After that, what? We need to perform some, what here, operation. We need to perform some operation. Yes or no? We need to perform some operation. Okay. Yes. For that, we need to take what? Buttons. For that we need to take what here? Button we need to take, right? Okay, right? You understood this example, right? So I want to right perform some operation. Then I need to go for which one now? Button. I need to go for button. Okay. Okay. I need to go for button. Okay. Yes. Suppose, okay, for example, yeah, fine. For example, assume that I try to input roll number, or if you see login, suppose if you take login, if you see the example of login only, if this is a login window, right? This is what now? Login window. And this login is having two things. One is username. Okay. This login is having two things. One is username. First one is username. But username is visible, right? Username is visible. But when I type password, the password is not visible, right? If you type password, that password is given in the form of stars, right? The password is given in the form of what? Stars. Okay. Then how can I hide it? How can you hide it, right? So for that, you need to have one method called, suppose, I'll try to change this. In the place of roll number and name, I'll try to define username and passwords here. I'll just change this one, label as a username. Okay, and this label I change to what now? Password. Okay, now this is my login. Okay, password, and this is login window. Login, user login. What is my window? User login. Yes. Now I try to execute. Now username and password. So I should change this. Okay. Now exposition will have 10 because text is very more text is there. Okay, now you can see this is username and password. Enter username NIT, but password, is it visible or not? Yes, password is visible, but I want this password should be hidden. Okay, I want this password to be hidden. Then what will I do is I'll try to say name text. What name is password here. Okay, I'll change the names here. Roll number. I'll try to say user label, USR label, and this is PWD label. Okay, this is user label, PWD label, PWD label, and this is what USR label. Okay, this is USR label, and this is PWD label. Okay, and this is USR text, and this is PWD text. This is USR text, and this is password text. Okay, this is USR label. Okay, this is USR label, and this is USR text. Okay, and this is password label, This is so password label, and this is, what is this now? Password text. So what I'm doing here is password text dot set echo. Set echo is a echo mode here. So password dot set echo mode. Okay. There is a set echo mode. Echo mode. So you need to change the echo mode to password. Okay. So for that you are trying to use, okay, qtgui. This is for formatting, right? qtgui dot what you are saying, edit the value. What you are saying is q line edit. Okay, q line edit, q line edit. Okay, okay, dot what you need to do, password, qtgui dot I think there is one not color echo. Why it is not working here? qtgui dot why it is not working? We'll just see. Qt widgets dot, yes sir. Qt line edit, qt line edit dot what is the field here? Password. Yeah, password, this one here. There is one field called which one? Password. Okay. There is one field called which one? Password. Okay. Right. Okay. See it. I think this should work now. So where we are trying to input two things. One is a username and one more is what? Password. Okay. Okay. I'll try to execute now. Okay. I'll try to input username, some Naresh, passwords here. So NIT123. Now is it password is visible here? No, password is not visible, right? So for that you need to change the echo mode. Echo is nothing but display. So you should change the display mode to password. You should change the display mode to what? Password, right? Oh, sorry. I need to everyone. So I send this example, just see. I send this example, just see here. Okay. Okay. Okay, right? Yes. Joseph Prakash. Okay, what is the use means? Remove it and see it here. Just remove this one. I already said, I don't know, you are the first class. Okay, what happened here? It is open and closed. It should be in the loop, right? It should be in the loop, right? It should be in the event loop. So application dot execute. So it is in the loop. Until you click on close button, the application is not closed. I already said, but again they are asking here what to do. Okay, right. The next is how to handle the events. Okay, how to handle the events. For that, you are taking button, right? Okay, there is a button now, push button. Okay, so push button, Q push button is there. Okay, Q push button is there. Now push button widget, Q push button is command button in PQT5. Okay, so it is clicked by the user to command the PC to perform some actions or to perform some operations. You want to perform some operations. How can you perform it? By using a button. How can you perform it? By using a button. Okay, you perform it by using a button. Okay, right. Okay, so now this is an example for button here I prepared. So I created window, okay, qt widgets dot application, and then window example here. Right. So I just import here sys module, and from PQT5 import Qt widgets, right? So created one window, and placed one button and one label. So that's all, but not handling any event. Okay, not handling any event, not handling any event. We are just writing. Okay, we are just creating a button. That's all. We are just creating a button, but we are not handling any event. Okay, but to handle the event, it uses one mechanism. To handle the events, it will provide one mechanism. It will provide one mechanism, right, to handle the events. Okay, anyway, I'll just execute this. Now you can see one button here, one button and label, that's all. But how you created button? By using Q push button. Okay, so where you place this button? Within window. Where you place this button? Within window, right? Okay, then label is created and button text is label, clicker, and label text is show label, and window title is push button example, and we try to define the positions of the label and positions of what buttons. But when I click on this button, it should perform some operation. So here to handle the events in Qt, PyQt5, it uses one pattern. So event delegation pattern it uses. It uses one pattern called event delegation pattern. It uses one pattern. That pattern is event delegation pattern it uses, right? So what is that? Handling the events. The events are handled by using one pattern called event delegation pattern. So what is that pattern and what is how it is used? Okay. Before starting this example, we'll just see the pattern. Yeah. So how these events are handled by using one mechanism called signals and slots. Using one mechanism called signals and slots is a mechanism which is used to handle the events. Signals and slots is a mechanism which is used to handle what here events. Okay. Now PyQt has a unique signal and slot mechanism to deal with what events. Signals and slots are used for communication between objects. A signal is when a particular event occurs. A slot can be any Python callable. Signal is nothing but event and slot is nothing but a function. When there is a signal, which function should be executed? So that is what I mean by signal, and one more is what? Slot. Signal is nothing but event, slot is nothing but function. When there is an event, when there is a signal, suppose if we take an example of traffic light, there is a blue, there is a green signal. It is giving signal to what? Travel, I mean, the persons, okay, those are in traffic signal. Okay, so if there is a green signal, then immediately these people start moving it. Green signal is for moving. I mean, the traffic signal is giving the traffic light, I mean, traffic signal is showing one light. If traffic signal is one object, there is one event. If traffic signal is one object, if traffic signal is one object, there is one event called green. If there is an event called green, event is nothing but your signal. When there is a signal, one operation is done. What is that operation? People start moving it. What is the operation here? People start moving or going, right? Suppose if there is a signal red is an event, then stop. So here also same thing. So if you take a button is an object, your signal is nothing but you click. Click is what your signal. Okay, button is an object. When you click is nothing but a signal, which is nothing but event. When there is an event, what operation has to be done? That is callable. Okay, callable is nothing but a function which is used to perform certain operations. Okay, yes. So it uses one mechanism for dealing events, right? This is easy to maintain, right? So event source, event object, and event target. In this, in the event signal and slot mechanism, there will be three objects. In event and signal mechanism, there will be three objects. One is event source, event object, and event target. Event source is nothing but, suppose if you take the same example, okay, traffic signal is a event object. Traffic signal is a event source. Traffic signal is a event source. And event object is what here? Green. Okay, green is a event. Okay, then event target is what? The function which has to be performed. What is that function? Move. Okay, you are allowing people to move. That is called as a function. So here also same thing. Suppose if event source is a button, okay, assume that Q push button is the event source. Okay, Q push button is the event source. What is the event object here? Click. So click is the event. Click is what here? Event. And what is the target? What is the target? I want to perform one operation called add. I want to perform operation called which one? Add. So what is the event source here? The object on which event is occurred. The object on which the event is occurred, that is called as what? Event source. The object on which the event is occurred, that is called as event source, right? So what is the event source here? Q push button. What is the event here? Click. So when you click, it will create event object, and that is delegated to what? Event function add. Okay, yes, action or operation. Okay, event target is operation or action which has to be performed. Action which has to be performed, that is called as event object, event target. Okay, so this is same like even when you're working with Java also, it uses same mechanism, that is event delegation model. Here you are calling it as signals and slots. Here you are calling it as signals and slots, but in Java same thing, but it is called event delegation model. So in event delegation model, it is a design pattern, and this contain three objects like event source, event object, and event target. Event source, event object, and event target. Okay, but here you are calling it as a signals and slots. Signal is nothing but event, slot is nothing but operation. Yes, understood. Signal is nothing but event, and slot is nothing but operation. Signal is a event and slot is a operation. Signal is a event, slot is a operation. No, no. So maybe that is all the things will not be covered. Maybe because time is not there, no? No, I'll not extend. No. I'll conclude here only. I've just given an idea about doing this, right? Right. I cannot cover all the things because a lot of things are there, but time is not there. So maybe if anything is there, we'll see later. Okay. Because PyQt tools means configuration. So already I configured here, right? See, this is what you can do. This is a beauty of Qt designer. Okay. So you'll have, you don't require to do all these things. Okay. You have a Qt designers here. You have a Qt designer. What you can do is you want the label. Okay. You want a label widget. Where is that? Okay. You can just drag and drop it. Okay. Okay. See here. All these are there. So line edit, text edit. Okay. Yes. You can just select this, drag and drop it. Now this is very easy to design it, right? Drag and drop it. You don't require to write the code, but anyway, event coding, you should write it. If you want to change the color, select the button. Okay, select the button. And here you have object properties. Okay, see here signal and slot editor. You can just signal and slot editor. Okay, you can just write the code. You can just write the code. Okay, here. Yes. Now, if you want to change the properties, what you can do is you can just change it by selecting now font. Okay, yes, all this you can change it. You don't require to write any code. The code is written automatically. Okay, no. Okay, that will take time. Okay, Qt designer configuration, it will take some time, right? Okay, right. No, it will take some more time, right? It will take much time to work with the Qt designer. Okay, that will be not added as it is here. Hemant, I configured here. It will not add. It will not add. You should configure. You should configure here. Go to file. Okay, so configuration has to be done. Configuration has to be done, right? Until you don't configure it, you don't get it. Until you don't configure it, you don't get it. Hemant, okay? You will not get the Qt designer by default. You should configure. If you go to tools in your system and external tools means you will not get anything. You will not get anything here. You should configure. If you configure, then only you'll get that. If you don't configure, you don't get that. Okay. So this is where you find a difference in what is that Kinter and Qt designer. Like it allows you to develop in both the ways. If you install PyQt tools, it will install, but you should configure in PyCharm. If you install PyQt tools, it will install, but it will not configure. To configure, you should go to some procedure will be there. Okay, to configure, you should go to settings, right? And here you have a external tools and you should add it. From here you should add it. Okay, so here you can add all external tools. Okay, whichever tool you wanted, you just add that tool. Okay, yes, right. We'll use PyQt5 tools only because designing is more easy, right? Designing is more easy, but if you want to do any changes like coding, to understand the coding, this is also useful. Without coding, how can you write it? Without coding, how can you write it? You cannot write it, right? Without coding, you cannot do anything, right? Okay, coding also important. First, this is coding part. This is coding part, right? Yeah, I'll send it, Srinivas. I'll send it. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, Vamshi, right. Yes. Anyway, we'll try to handle one event so that you'll be knowing it. See here, I import this and this is one function. Okay, this is one function here. Okay. So this is see button. Button is the source and clicked is what here? What is clicked? Signal and connect. When there is a signal, what is the signal here? Clicked. Now this clicked is connected to which function? Say hello. Clicked is connected to which function? Say hello. Okay, see here, button dot clicked. Button dot clicked. Okay, connect. Say hello. Now what say hello is doing? It is a function which is executed when you click on which one? Button. When you click on button, it will execute this function, right? So connect. Clicked is an event and say hello is what here? Slot. Clicked is an event which is called a signal. Clicked is a signal and say hello is what here? Slot. Slot is nothing but operation what you're doing it. Okay. Okay, right. I just run this code here. Just see it. So I'm not written in main. I'm not written in main. Okay. I just write this and executed application. Okay, right. Now say hello. So this is button clicked. Yes. Okay. What you can do is, so once I run this, now you can see the window. Now you can see there is a message here. What is the message? Button clicked. Hello. Okay. So what I'll do is I'll try to create a window. I try to place within the window. Okay, just import this. Right. So here I'll try to say, yeah, where I should place this button. I try to place this button. Okay, Q push button. I try to place this button in window example. Okay, now button dot set text. So click here. Okay, yes. Then window example dot set geometry. Yes. So X position, Y position, and width and height. Okay, so button dot move. So I give the position 100 comma 100, right? Yes, this is running the loop. I just run this. Now you can see the window dot show, window example dot show. So this will execute the window, right? Yes. Now this is executing. Now click. So when you click on the button, now there is a message, button clicked hello. So button clicked hello, right? So this is an event. So for yeah, but I'm saying no, like this is just a brief about how you work with the PyQt5. Okay, but there are a lot of things to learn, right? Okay, like communicating with the database, right? And working with a Qt designer, and where you place and design everything and then try to write the code, like when you click on the button what should be done. Okay, so that will write it, that code you'll try to write it. Okay, so I'm saying no, this is uh, very big chapters, all these are very big chapters, but I've just given a brief idea about how to work with the Qt5. Okay, like how to work with the different widgets, right? So and how to handle the event, like by using signals and what slots. Okay, so it is only introduction, it is only introduction about PyQt5, but not in detail of this, right? Because detail means again we should write some applications, right? So we have not written any application, we have just learned how to create label, how to create text, how to create button, how to handle the events, that's all. But we have not developed any applications. Applications we are now developed, but we have learned how to create all these widgets and how to do the things. But with this knowledge, I think you can able to write some functions. Like suppose login is there, you already know how to communicate with the database, right? Some people, if you know how to communicate with the database, then you read the values from text and try to send the values to the database, like inserting, updating, deleting, all these operations you can do it, like retrieving from database and displaying on it. Now working with multiple windows, working with menus, working with combo box and all the things you can do it. But this is just intro of how to work with the PyQt5. Okay, but we have not developed any applications, right? Okay, okay, we have not developed any application, right? Okay, so this is how you added a, yes, what is this, Harika, what is this? What is this here? What is this? Is it button on? Is it button? No. Is it this is button or something else? This is creating what? Then what is your doubt? What is your doubt? Anything you want to add? What do you want to add? Okay, fine. Anyway, if possible, in coming days, if possible, in try to again conduct a workshop on Qt Designer, right? If possible, because these 2 days are not enough. Okay, because there are a lot of things to be learned in PyQt 5, right? There are a lot of things to be learned in PyQt 5. Okay, so in coming days, if possible, we'll have another workshop where we'll completely concentrate on designing, like PyQt Designer. So how to, this is without using designing tool, but we'll try to develop everything using designer tool, so that that will become more easier, right? But anyway, you need to know how to write the code also. Without knowing the code, you cannot work with the Qt Designer. Without knowing the code, you cannot work with the Qt Designer. You need to know the code. Okay, so that's the reason first I said code, then we'll move to the Qt Designer tool. If possible, in coming days, we'll have another workshop where we'll talk about Qt Designer otherwise, right? Yeah, that is more important. Qt Designer is also important, right? So I think this is only a brief idea about, this is a brief about how to work with the PyQt, right? Like fundamentals. But in coming days, we'll try to see how to work with the Qt Designer also, right? Yes, coding also. We'll see some applications if possible. I'll tell you how to write some applications using this, right? So this is not possible using Kinter, right? Kinter doesn't allow you to inherit and develop it using classes and objects. Like extensibility is not allowed by Kinter, but PyQt allows extensibility and reusability, everything, right? So that is the beauty of which one? Qt Designer, right? Right. So what we'll do is we'll just conclude here this workshop today here. But in coming days, if possible, we'll have another workshop where we'll talk about working with the Qt Designer, right? In coming days, if possible, I'll try to conduct one more workshop where we'll talk about Qt Designer, right? Right. Now I'm just concluding here. Yes. If coming days, I'll try to conduct one more workshop for Qt Designer. Okay. Yes. So there are so many websites where you can, if possible, I'll conduct your full stack web developer bootcamp. We'll start. Don't worry about that. If possible, I'll conduct that also. Full stack full stack web development. I'll do it. Okay. Okay, right? Yes. So I hope you understood somewhat. You have learned something, right? You have learned something like the differences between Kinter and PyQt, and how to develop the things by using what? PyQt. It is only beginning but not end. This is only beginning but not end. There are a lot of things There are a lot of things which you need to learn, right? There are a lot of things you need to learn. Okay. Yes, it is only beginning, not end of PyQt5. This is not end of PyQt5. There are a lot of things you need to learn. Okay, right. So there are a lot of books are there. You can search on the net. You'll find PyQt related things. Okay, in coming days, if possible, I'll try to conduct workshop on Qt Designer so that I can work with it. Right. So we'll just conclude here. I hope you understood everything. Okay, try to practice and explore more. Try to practice and explore more. Right. We'll just stop it here, and if possible, we'll see in the next workshop. Okay. Thank you very much. Right. Okay, because of some time limitation, I couldn't conduct more. Okay, because of time limitation. Okay, in the next coming days we'll have another workshop. We'll talk about Qt Designer in detail, right? Okay, how to configure and all the things I'll tell you. Okay, right. Thank you. What notes? What notes? Programs I copied, right? Why notes again? If people give more importance to notes, right? Okay, anyway, I'll put in, okay, okay, if possible, I'll share it, right? Right, thank you.